Hello, everyone, and welcome to little Tour 7 action here on Golf Clash. This is my alternate account. Using a basic ball, extra mile, play this at 10%, max distance of our club. Find the landing spot at full extension. You see the red line showing us we need to push up about to max here. Just 5.1 rings. We're going to push up. Ball curl. A little overpower and hit perfect. Let's see if this comes in okay. And it does. So in the fairway, that'll leave us a sniper approach shot. Try to aim it at the hole here. Place at 10%. Why not go for it a little here? 7.3 on the rings. It's going to be a double pull here. 5. Whoops. 7.3-ish. And need to hit perfect there, so that's going to miss big time. To the right. Not too bad, though. We'll take that. Our opponent's in trouble, so unless they knock in a sniper shot from distance, we should be in good shape to get a win in the first game here tonight. If you're new to the channel, please hit the subscribe button and the bell notification to be notified of when I go live. If you like the content, hit the thumbs up button. If you don't, hit the thumbs down button. Surely appreciate you all being here tonight. And there we go. Eagle. Was my daily challenge is to win a game on Tour 7 or above with an eagle, so that should do it unless our opponent here drops this Nirvana shot with the katana ball. This par 5 was in a recent tournament. Pretty tricky with a basic ball and lower level clubs, but it is manageable if you get the correct adjustment, and it helps to have a decent wind. Having a headwind is pretty tough. There we go. Let's collect our daily and see what we got in store after that. We have to rematch an opponent, so we'll see if anybody wants to rematch tonight. Get another one. 4-7. So Santa Ventura hole number 6. We do not have a wind that we can drive the green on this hole, but it doesn't mean we can't get somewhat close to it. So we're gonna use the big topper. I have a big topper bag specifically for this hole, and a couple others depending on wind angles that can really help you when you're using a basic ball. My big topper is level 4, but yeah, the idea is to do what he did, and that's get through the tree line and get it up near the green with the big topper. So we'll switch bags here, go full topspin, and we're going to try to just aim it through the gap in the trees here at max distance. And we need to adjust 1.2 rings. Try to use a little overpower, but the main thing is to hit perfect with the big topper due to the club's accuracy level. And we almost got to the fairway for an easy chip in. Instead, we're just on the rough line there. You can see the shade of the grass being a little different. But that's okay. I'll have a good chance of knocking it in. We have a 9-game win streak right now here on Tour 7, so I'd like to keep that going. If anybody out there is looking for a place to play this season, you can join the Holy Moly team here. We're always looking for some more players, some more grinders. We're an Expert 3 clan right now. Very nice shot by our opponent to get it in. So the trick with these pool chips is you really got to hit perfect on it. This green has got a big slope, really big wind too. I'm going to go on a short distance. Let's try it without adjusting for the wind and see what happens. And great left's not good. But we sneak it in on the left side, so it's good that we didn't adjust for the wind, I guess. Worked out. We'll go to a shootout here and hopefully win in the shootout. So we have a decent wind here for a rough bump on this hole. So kind of where our opponent's going. We're going to be playing, again, we're just using a basic ball, and that's all you really need on this tour. You can use a Marlin, it's fine. It's also a power 0. It gives you a little more wind resistance, and it gives you some side spin, which gives you a little more flexibility on some of the holes. But essentially, we're just doing this. We're going to just go for a rough bump, and we're going to try to get it inside 1.88 yards for which is what our opponent did. So we're going to play this at 10% max, which is 3.9 rings. And we want to give it about 1 click of topspin. Ball guide right at the hole here. Hopefully that's the right spot. Set it there. 3.9 rings, and we're going to be adjusting down a little bit, but don't let that affect anything. Just got to hit perfect here. And a great left is not good, so we probably will not win this one. Unless we get lucky. Ooh, very, very close, though. Very, very close to dropping. And we still won. How about that? So even a minor great left didn't hurt us too bad there. And let's see if we can't get our daily challenge done with a rematch. All right. Got that one down. So that was a good match. And we are going to play Santa Ventura. If we have a tailwind, we're going to use the rock. Otherwise, we will use the extra mile here. Full top. Yeah, let's use the extra mile, even though the accuracy is not that very good. But it's got way more power than the rock. So I want to set it where the ball guide is just clipping the trees like so. We're going to push our rings here, 1.7. A tricky shot. And we need some overpower, slight overpower, and full left curl. And we did not want to hit a great right. I actually wanted to hit a great left. So this one's going to be in trouble here in the bunker. Don't have a lot of curl on that extra mile, so probably should have still used the rock and just gone full overpower with it. But great left would have been a lot better. Great left would have put us in a good spot. So could have even set up a little further left on that shot. And but that's okay. Yeah, just like our opponent's doing, this is going to turn out very, very well for him. So lacking the topspin, but in really good shape. So we're going to have to get a little creative here, being in the bunker. Don't have a lot of distance on this Malibu. We're just going to try to put it out into the fairway here. And then probably go for a dunk shot if our opponent is on the green. Because that'll be the only chance we have of... Yeah, so we want to kind of like thread it in between the in the palm tree so we have a shot here. So let's go 1.9 rings. Let's give it max right curl. And we hit perfect, which is good. So hopefully this gets us with a clear line at the green and we have a decent wind to deal with. But we might go for a dunk shot here. Might have to anyway. Yeah, I mean, he should easily get on the green here with a the power one ball. So that means he'll be putting for eagle, and we're going to be hitting our third shot from distance. So we're just going to have to go for it. Well, that changes things now because he's not on the green. So I might just elect to play it safe. If he holds out a bunker shot, so be it. But this is a... Yeah, we're just going to play it safe here. I would go for a dunk, but I don't want to go shoot it too long. So with a 7.2 wind at... Whoops. Call that -10 elevation. Kind of want to max distance. We're going to go 6.2 rings here. And we're going to give it full right curl, a little underpower. Just to try to hit it. Oh no, wow, that was disastrous. So I would have been better off just going for the dunk there, I guess. Wow. Didn't need the underpower at all. Didn't really need the right curl. So did not adjust that properly. I adjusted that too much. Yeah, that was a really big mistake. So we're gonna have a really difficult bunker shot because of the lip being in the way. If we even have one. So but our opponent let us right back in the match, and we gave it right back. So, oh well, it is what it is. So this is really tricky here. This thing is going to come in so hot. And the glitch roll is so bad. So set it up there. I don't know. Let's see. See if we can't get lucky here. Yeah, perfect. Look at that. Look how fast that's coming in. No way to stop it there. Really no way to stop it. I mean, if I set up a little further back, it's toast. So that whole green just sloped back, and yeah, just not a good effort there. So, all right, we'll move on to the next one. So there goes our 10-game win streak on this tour. Oh well, just have to start another one. Well, that is not how you're supposed to play that hole at all. Let's collect our daily challenge. And we just need to, okay, 20 more to go to get that chest. All right. Well, let's pop some chests then. Let's pop this one. Pop another silver. Let's see what's in that chest. Tier 10. Here we go. Getting closer. Ah. I have a couple clubs. I have like 3 clubs, I think, 3 or 4 clubs fully maxed on this account. That are all blue clubs, commons, and yeah, trying to get some trade-ins now. All right, here we go. Back to tour 7, and with this hole, you want to play the drive at 10% elevation, and we got a headwind. He's using a Kingmaker with the APOC, level 3. Extra mile goes further, I believe. You have a EM 7 or 8, if I remember correctly, on the APOC 3 stats. APOC doesn't become the most powerful driver to level 5 with it being an APOC, going 240 in power. But the topspin's not fully developed either. So with a Kingmaker, you can completely just do that and drive it to where he did. Have a straightforward little short iron, or potentially, depending if you cut the corner a little bit, you could have a wedge in. We're using a basic ball, so we're not going to have that luxury. Instead, we're going to go full topspin in a headwind. We're going to set up our ball guide. Be a little bit higher up in the rough here. We're trying to land in the rough and just trying to land in the fairway, then bounce it into the rough with our second bounce like so, and then kick out into the other fairway short of the bunker. So we're going to go 2 rings, max distance. No overpowers really needed. It's slight baby OP maybe. And a great right is terrible. But I didn't use any curl, so that's fine. Normally I give it right curl. I did not want to come up short and not trickle back out into the fairway like that, but we're in perfect position here, so we should be at mid club of our Hornet or short iron. Hey, Jordan, thanks for coming in. So, depending on what short iron you like, some people like the Thorn. I prefer the Hornet. It's got great accuracy, and it's pretty good short iron. So we're going to want to play this one at mid distance probably, and at no elevation, and you want to offset to the left side of the hole because while we have a Hornet 7, it's not a fully developed Hornet. But as you can see with the way that his ball came in, there's a ridge there, and your ball guide won't show it, but it does funnel back to the right side of the pin. So it's just a matter of trying to get the offset correct here. And like I said, we should be at mid distance, but we'll just check our club distance anyway. Yeah, we'll call that mid. And we are going to give it, don't really need a whole lot of backspin here. We'll let the slope carry us up. We're going to aim slightly, yeah, we're going to aim a little left of the pin here. Left side of the pin. And mid distance is 2.3. It should be around there. And then we just got to hit perfect. And I released it slightly early, so great right ball's not even a chance to go in. Perfect was in. Runner for life. Okay, Jordan. I don't know anybody using the runner in tour play. So today's actually the last day of qualifying, right, for the tournament this week. Jordan, do you have any more rounds to go, or are you completely done with your rounds? Yes, thank you. Thank you, Jordan. I appreciate the kind words. And yes, everyone hit the thumbs up. Please enjoy the rest of your work shift. I'll see you back in here at some point. Oh, good deal. Glad you qualified all your rounds. All right, so we're going to play this at 25% max club. So we have the Sniper 9. Sniper 9 Plus, you can go between the bunkers here for your landing position on the downslope at max backspin, and you want to have your ball guide. You want to have the center of your ring, so your landing position, you want it to be in between those bunkers on the fairway, and then just adjust for the wind at max plus 25%. And that is a very beatable shot. So let's hope we can do that here. We have a huge wind though, so this is going to be interesting. So kind of want to aim right at the hole, and you want half of the white ring kind of in the fringe line here as we aim at the hole. Ball guide right there. That should be good. Now the fun part is adjusting into a bunker, which is never a fun thing. We're going to go 6-1, and then we're going to adjust the rest of the 5 rings here. Should be good, but we'll find out. We said perfect now. Which we did. And that came in pretty decent. A little hot, but it's good for a win. So 2.03 isn't necessarily going to win every single time, but you could definitely fine tune the shot a bit. And we came in left of the pin, so we didn't adjust enough. But it's a win, so it's all that matters. But yeah, I would play that at plus 25. Even in a stronger win like that, maybe plus 30 would have been better. You know, we had a really strong wind there. We had a 9.4 mile an hour wind. You know, another 0.4. That was about a half a ring off anyway. So that might have caught the hole and stopped. Even though it went past it, the way that was stopping pretty quick with the backspin, had we adjusted an extra half a ring, we would have been pretty good there. So we have a very favorable wind on this hole now, which is good. We just have to make sure we execute the tee shot here. Because with a basic ball, it's kind of difficult. So we want to aim it kind of here. We're going to adjust 6 rings because we're playing this max plus 10. And we are 100% going to push up our rings here. Make sure we have enough power to get over. So line up. I always turn the screen around to make sure that it's a parallel, it's a straight line that we're adjusting with. We're going to go full overpower, I think. Maybe a little bit less. And make sure you hit perfect, which is important. And see how far this thing can go. Sit, sit, sit. Ooh, that was very, very close. So be careful with the drive. But that's how you play it. It's a very narrow fairway there. I got very aggressive there with the overpower. You don't need to when you have that kind of wind behind you. That will give you that big push. As long as you push up your rings, you don't have to go full overpower like I did. You could lay off of it. You actually don't have to give any overpower, and as long as you're aiming in between the rough line there on the other side of the fairway, you should be in good shape. But as you can see, it gets very, very skinny there, and I was running out of real estate, so it's not an easy drive at all. This was in the tournament. I played this tournament in pro and expert divisions when we had it, and we had some headwind angles that were very gnarly to deal with. You had to use a power 4, power 5 ball from the second tee just to make sure you had enough clearance to get over. And yeah, it was not easy. So we can't go for the rough bump. We don't have enough clubs. So we're gonna play over here. And we're going to give it some curl here against the wind. And we're going to play 10% at medium distance. So let's go 5. If I can even line it up here. 5 rings. And 4.7 is around there. And we're going to give it some left curl, about half a ball. See if that's enough. We did hit perfect. Let's see if that's good. Okay, that's perfectly fine, right on the fringe there. We'll have a very easy chip to make eagle. We were not trying to make an albatross at all. We were just trying to get on the green. Our opponents also kind of going to have to do the same thing. Our opponent also has a kingmaker which has 3 side spin left, so much easier to line up and get the curl right. The thing is, too, when you curl the ball, you lose a little bit of distance. So had I curled the ball a little bit more to try to get it on line, I may have clipped the rough on the other side of the fairway on the bounce over, leading into that second bounce, which would have completely killed the ball's momentum and would have been stuck with a longer chip shot. One that's still makeable, but you're making harder work on yourself. So sometimes it's prudent to just go the more conservative route. As you can see, our opponent, just didn't play that right with the spins. So we do have a very good chance here. And normally we do the Endbringer rule. If you don't know what the Endbringer rule is, look up Jared A. Golf Clash, EB School. He's got a great tutorial video on how to set up the Endbringer for all different levels, 2 different methods. But the method I use is the 20% rule. We're not doing that here, but it's a no spin shot that Jared A. has. Very effective. But what the EB rule is it's plus 20% is what you put in as your elevation, and then you just stretch your club out to maximum distance, let it rest at max, and try to figure out what percentage the pin is to your club distance from where your landing position, from where you're starting at. So it's very effective for those max end bringer shots. You know, your 75%, your medium distance one. So 75% is also known as mid max. You know, it's the halfway point between your medium and maximum distance. And again, on tour 7, you know, you don't need a kingmaker. Basic ball is plenty enough to get the win. So just need 3 more big hits for the weekly challenge. Let's see. We'll keep it going. Okay, so on this hole, we're going to go down the right-hand side, and we're going to place at 20% the drive. Don't need full top, so we'll just go with 4 bars. Stretch our club out to max. The ball guide just inside the rough line here. And there. 3.6 is the ring adjustment. Make sure that you have a straight line from the tee box from where your starting point is as you're pushing up. And then we're going to give it a full right curl here. A little bit baby OP. Make sure you hit perfect. Ooh, that was not a good shot. So needed more overpower there. Needed much more overpower. So the drive on this hole going down the right side is riskier in terms of being safer off, you know, safer in play in the fairway. It can be riskier if you're not a consistent perfect hitter, because a great left ball and you could be in some real damage in the rocks. But I go to the right because I like the approach shot a lot better. So I'm willing to gamble a little bit with that drive. As you can see, our opponent, you know, going down the middle here, it's a very safe drive to just go right down the middle like this. But as you see, when his ball comes to rest, he's at a super high elevation, and you can get into a lot of trouble trying to go for the rough bump, a sand bump, trying to bounce over, depending on the wind angle that you have. So we're actually on this shot, I'm just going to play pretty safe here. This is a 10%. Clipping the rough like that really kind of killed us a bit. But we're going to go full left curl here. And yeah, we're going to go full left curl. And 10% at max is 3 rings. Let's make sure we're at max, actually. Yeah, we are. So we're going to go no overpower. We're just going to go full left. And hit perfect. And hopefully this comes in okay. That's fine. We didn't need the backspin at all, but I was just trying to get it on the green so we have an easy putt to force a shootout. So this is a really difficult shot to make that our opponent's going with. And as you see, that is the issue with playing so far downhill, is trying to get the speed right and the adjustment right. There's many times you can just clip the rough like that, and that's why I go to the right side, because I'd rather have a 10% sniper approach. Sniper has 100 accuracy on it, and I'd rather go from that route, take a little risk on the drive. You know, I had a very easy approach shot. Not an easy approach shot, I should say, but had I executed the drive properly with a little bit more overpower, we would have had a straightforward approach with a good chance to drop it for eagle, settle for birdie and whatnot. Our opponent, on the other hand, also had a very safe drive, but the approach shot was a lot more difficult, in my opinion. But regardless of that, we're going to a shootout, and we'll see which one we get. And I'll try to do my best to hit a good shot to try to help you guys out if you need any help on Tour 7. This one plays 20%, and depending on the wind we have, this is a straight tailwind. So this is going to be tricky. I know I say that a lot, it seems like, but it says you do not want to go where my ball guide's ending up. As you see, it, the tip is just dropping off big time. But I feel like we're going to get a decent wind push here. So I'm going to go with 1.5 and hope that we get that decent wind push on this shot to click us forward a little bit. We're going to go 5 rings and another 4 for 9. We're going to go max plus 20. We're going to give it a little bit of baby left curl. And the idea was not to hit great right. You really want to hit perfect on this hole. Come on, bounce up and roll up. Come on. So that's not bad at all, actually. 2.75 is not awful. This is a tricky hole to get close in all kinds of wind angles, especially when you have a basic ball, so you don't have side spin or anything. Our opponent has a Quasar, so that comes with side spin too. So it's a lot easier for our opponent to just play the side spin shot here. There is a funnel on the left side. The green does work that way a little bit, but if you do go, the thing is here is that if you don't catch the slope correctly, you'll end up way short. And if you don't catch it correctly on the backside, you can just roll right past the hole onto the back of the green. So you have to be very, very careful here. And as you see, our opponent hit great left, completely didn't even get it on the green. And we get another easy win. So, well, I shouldn't say easy. That was a hard fought win. I'm going to go to a shootout. But get the win. And let's see how we're doing so far tonight. All right, we got 50 more points. You can see, holy moly, we're in first place here in Expert 3 so far. We're off to a big lead. So it looks like we'll be having a good chance to get promoted to Master 1 and get that extra golf bag. So yeah, we have a 3-game win streak right now. We had a 10. We're at 3. Play some more. Tour 7. So got 50 points tonight. That's 5 wins on Tour 7. So the hole that started it for us is Koh Hong Par 5. Really need the extra mile on it with a basic ball. Our opponent's going to use the Rock, which is a great club to have, actually. Rock is a very good club to have. I have the Rock at level 7, and I have it in one of my bags. So I have one bag that for Tour 7 that I use with a accuracy driver. That accuracy driver I chose is the Rock, because the Rock 7, in my opinion, is better than the quarterback 9. I have the quarterback 10. I might put that in there. I have to look at the stats. I don't really remember what the QB 10 has. But either or, Rock, QB, they're both really good serviceable drivers. And You don't need to use a money ball like this. That's a paid premium ball. You don't need it on Tour Play, especially in Tour 7. You don't need it. All right, so 11.7 is what we got. So I play this at 10%, but that is a really big wind. So with this type of wind, as you can see at max, we're at full max. We're going to aim right here at the palm tree and give it some left curl. We're going to adjust 6.6 rings and we're going to push up, but we're not going to push up completely because that is a massive wind. Could add some percentages to this adjustment to drop back even further, but I'm only going to push up about 2.5 rings, and I want to see how this comes in. We're going to go about half a ball curl, maybe a little more than half, and I hope this isn't too much. Oh, that came in beautiful. Okay. So when you have a huge wind like that, you can do a couple things. You can play more elevation, which is always good too. I like to add 5% when you get a standard wind is your base elevation to work from, and then I like to add another 5% when I get around 9 miles an hour wind, and then anything over like 11 like that, I like to add another 5. So we play that at 20%. That's an extra half a ring. So 6.5 rings on your adjustment, and then you push up. And for our opponent here, he's in the rough, so we have a good chance here. All we got to do is just put it on the green. And we have a huge, yeah, we're going to go max topspin here. We're just looking to get this on the front of the green. So I'm going to drop down. We're going to give ourselves some room to push. And we will flirt with the bunker or the rough here on the left, but I'm going to aim right at it. And we're going to go 11.5 on our adjustment. So that's 6.5. As you can see, we're already pushing it overpower. Our red line is crushing the red ring, which is 2 rings of overpower. So we're going to give this thing full juice, full overpower, and hope it works out. And we did hit perfect, so with full topspin, so we'll see how this comes in. Very close to an albatross. That was a great shot right there. So not bad, not bad. It's really tricky to kind of line it up from distance with the ball guide, even as great as the sniper is with its ball guide. You can't get close to the hole because of the fact that we only are using a basic ball, which is P0, so you don't have the extra yardage of it to set up higher. And we're also going into a headwind, so a little tricky, but that came in really nice. So even though we weren't at max distance of our club, we pulled our starting position down further so we could actually push into max distance of our club. So we were going to use max numbers even though we weren't starting at max. And we get another win. Let's do it again in our free chest. Anything good? Backbones and season tokens. All right. Another friendly reminder, if you haven't already, feel free to hit the like button if you like what you see. If you don't, hit the thumbs down button. Otherwise, but please hit the subscribe button and hit the bell notification to be notified when I go live. Much appreciated. Thank you all for being here. And We got the same hole we just played. So it's not the easiest driving hole on Tour 7, but when you have a tailwind like this, it certainly makes it easier because you don't have to go into overpower. Hitting perfect on overpower is a tricky thing to do sometimes. And unlike our opponent this time, our opponent here landed too far up and obviously went through, but did not miss the fairway on the tee shot for the bounce over. Okay, so this is what we like to call king wind. I mean, that is massive, 12 miles an hour. So kind of like what I played last time, right? Stretch out to max, aim it right about there. And we're going to do 6.1 rings. And then we're going to push up. And I like pushing up 2.5 like we did last time. So let's see if we can't recreate that. So that's about 2.5. Give it about half a ball of curl right here. And we hit perfect. And see how this comes in. Don't like the wind. I do not like the angle here at all. Wow. Well, I was not expecting that. So I feel like we set that up the same as we did last time, and that camera angle came in, and when you get that kind of camera angle, it's usually you're flirting with the rough on the right hand side like that. So our opponent definitely has the advantage, despite being in the rough, with having the kingmaker, and that extra yardage is going to help. So we're much further back. We're going to have to lay up big time. Why don't we just go for it here? Even though we have a headwind, not that much. So we're going to give it some overpower here, and we're literally just trying to get it. Aim it about here. 0.8, 1.5, but we need to go even more to get it into the fairway, so we're going to go full overpower here, I think. Tough shot here. Oof, that is not good. That is not good at all. I know it says good, but it's not good. But regardless, it's in the fairway. We're going to play this at 10%, although it does look pretty flat. So the way you look at elevation is just, if you see where your landing position is going to be, and it's further down from where your starting position is, then you're hitting downhill. So if it's the opposite, you're hitting uphill, and you have to add a percentage, 10% to whatever the wind is. So if the wind is 10 miles an hour, you're adding 10%. That's 1 mile an hour. So now the wind really is playing 11 miles an hour, because if you're going downhill, the ball's in the air longer, so it's going to travel further. So you have to allow for that so that you hit the spot that you're trying to land at. And the opposite's true for uphill shots. This is a massive wind, so we want to check our club distance first. So this is minimum distance with a Hornet. That's maximum. So medium is probably around here. We're going to give it 1 bar of backspin. We're not at medium distance at all. So we're going to play this. I'm going to guesstimate at about 65%, which is 8.8 rings. So this is just a guess. We're going to do 5. We're going to just about 3.8 more. That's 8.8. And we're going to just try to hit perfect. And I went a little early there, so that's going to miss. But we did give it a good try. So that might not even been enough either, because a perfect would have been, that might have missed left edge of a perfect. So tough way to lose, but it does happen. Nobody can win every single one. All right, let's go again. I don't really want to play someone with Kingmaker. Let's see what we can get. And after this, I'm going to switch games. So I don't know if anybody's lurking anybody that's here that wants to check out some chess, but I'm going to play some chess after this. So not strictly a Golf Clash stream, but we're going to do something a little different. So this is a big topper driving hole. So I have a bags with the big topper. So the way my bag setups are, I only have 4 to choose from because we're in Expert 3. That's what league we're in. But you could go that way. It sets up a nice little Hornet approach shot. But the way I like to go is through the trees, no matter what kind of wind angle we have. I'm going to grab my big topper bag, go full top spin. Being in a headwind, we're not going to have enough to get through to the fairway, but we're going to set it up there. And hopefully that's enough to get through the tree line to get to the at least the edge of the rough for a chip. So 1.8 rings adjustment. See the red line? It's set up at the yellow, just outside the yellow. So we're going to go one ring of overpower. And that's a terrible shot because the big topper has terrible accuracy, and a great ball. That's one of the worst shots I've hit on this hole in a very, very long time. So this will require some creativity just to get it on the green. So we have to hope that our opponent misses so we can get a chance to go to a shootout. But the danger with hitting a big topper on this hole is you have to hit perfect because the accuracy of the club is really poor. I don't even know what it is for big topper 4. I think it's probably no better than 25% accuracy. The rings are big, so you don't have to adjust much, but at the same time, what you sacrifice there is the accuracy of the club. So if you're worried about hitting perfect, have not had that issue. That's a very good shot from our opponent. And the lightning bolt. I like that. So all right, so we're gonna see what kind of shot we have. We might not have a shot at all. We got to use the Nirvana. As you can see, we have the trees all around us. This is not good at all. So we're gonna slice this one, and we're just gonna eyeball it here. Yeah, we're gonna slice this one. Let's guesstimate. Not enough. Okay, no big deal. We're trying to make it there. If our opponent didn't make it, I would have played a different shot. I would have just tried to get it on the green, and I would have played it further up. But I was trying to actually make it there, so could have given it a little overpower, I guess, or set up a little higher. Oh well. All right, I'll play one more. I want to go out on a winning note here before we switch games. Um, all right, perfect. So now this is a power hook shot that I like to play on this hole. It's a par 5. We're going to switch bags and go to the extra mile. Terrible, terrible wind, though. This is awful. We do not have a very good wind for this at all. I'm going to set up more this way. I'm going to do a reverse hook here. So that's going to be a huge wind effect despite having full top. So count out 10 rings. Another 14. And we need to adjust 5.6 rings. And give it the old reverse hook. See what happens. Get through, get through, get through, get through, get through. Oh my goodness. Unlucky. Very unlucky. Okay. Not to worry. Not to worry. So having a headwind is, like I said, it's a really tough wind angle to have. I think the better option might be, instead of playing a power hook, which I do in all winds, is to maybe just use the rock or a accuracy driver with a lot of curl and just set up a little further right. You won't have the power, but at least you can have a chance to get it there, or get it into safe distance with a fairway, so you can actually approach it with a sniper or something. So this one, we're just going to guesstimate. That's at max, if we're at max with this club. Let it rest. 2.5. I think the prudent thing to do here would be just to push up into max. See how many rings we're pushing up into. Only one ring, so that's not a lot. Just trying to get this into Endbringer range here. And all of a sudden I can't hit perfect. Perfect. All right, so we were just trying to get to the front of the green. If we can get it on, sure. Required full overpower, but those bunkers in the rough will come into play if you don't hit perfect, which it's a good thing I didn't, because I hit a double gray left. So this is where you can use the EB rule. If our opponent misses, we'll have a chance to force a tiebreaker. I mean, a shootout. And again, the EB rule is just you're playing at 20%, and with the elevation as your starting base, stretch your club out to max, figure out where the pin is in relation to that. And our opponent hit perfect, so this has a good chance of going in here. Wow, that had great speed and everything. Took the slope nice, just missed. Okay, so that's what we're going to do here. So you want to zoom out. Some people go off to the side. I'm going to go right there. To me, that's about medium distance, maybe a little less, maybe 45%. I'm going to call it medium distance, though, of our club. So at 20%, that's 1.2 rings we're adjusting, but this is a no spin shot here. So what you want to do is wiggle your ball guide around to make sure there's no funky bounces. Okay, look for a flat spot. Have your ball guide going through the hole as such, and make your adjustment. Okay, we're going to adjust 1.2. And hit perfect, hopefully. And hopefully that's the right ticket. Sure is. Endbringer at work. It's a great wedge, great accuracy. And the EB rule actually works with the rapier. It works with a lot of wedges, actually. So I've done it with the Firefly, which was the wedge I started with once I got it with this account early on. So to me, the normal progression is, once you get the Firefly unlocked, switch to whatever wedge you have to the Firefly, use that, and then switch to either the Rapier or the Endbringer, whichever one you unlock. And if you get the EB, the Endbringer is a very powerful wedge to have because of its accuracy and stuff. So we get to go first, and we have a 10-mile-an-hour tailwind. So normally I play this in 10%, right? Well, with this type of wind push, we're gonna play here. Gonna aim at the hole. Go a little right, red ring there. I'm actually going to give this an extra 15%. I'm going to give this an extra half a ring of an adjustment, so we don't completely fly it. I hope that's going to be correct. We hit perfect, so I either needed to go another 15, 5 or 20. We only gave it 5. That came in way too hot, so we hit too high up on the rough there. So, another 20% would have been better there with that type of wind. But normally I play it at 10%, which 10% would have been 10.4 of a ring pull. I pulled 10.9. If you played it at 20%, it's 11.3. It's almost a full extra ring. It would have been better. That shot can be beat. Probably also would have been better just to use 1 bar of topspin. I used a little extra. The ball guy going in the hole. We have a big wind push there, so didn't quite need it. Our opponent has a lower wind with the Power 1 Quasar, but so yeah, I would play this 10% if I was him. 10% max anyway, numbers. He's going for the rough bump as well. And his has better speed. Ooh, I spoke too soon. So I didn't see where mine came in, but we'll see if we win or not. All right, so 2.34 isn't the best on that hole, but it's good to get the win here. And that's good. Cool. We got 10 million in earnings for the weekly league. And I will be right back. Use the restroom, come back, and get a little chess on if you're interested in that. Hang on 1 second. I'll give me 1 moment, and I'll be right back. Thanks again for coming in. Oh wow, my mic was muted the whole time. So playing a little chess right now. These are lightning fast games at 30 seconds. 30 seconds a game. How are you doing, Nate? Thanks for coming in. You missed me playing some Golf Clash right before, but just realized my mic was muted. Oops. Amateur hour. It's like this chess game. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh my goodness. No time to think. All right, cool. What time are you going live with your rookie account? And please drop your link too. So anybody in here watching, check out Nate if you're here for some Golf Clash. Very good streamer, lots of fun in his streams, and puts out some great content. That was a mistake. That was a mistake. Come on. Come on. Come on. Cannot grab these things fast enough. Infuriating. Check. Check. Coming. Check. Oh my goodness. 2 moves away from checkmate right there. All right, well, we're done with this nonsense. All right, 20 minutes. Okay, so that was that. And find out how we did. Another time. Thanks everybody for coming in tonight. We played a little chess here at the end. I'm not going to finish the tournament. There's another 12 minutes to go, but it's a little after 10:30 here on the East Coast. So I'm going to call it a night. If you haven't already, feel free to subscribe to the channel. Hit the like button if you liked what you saw tonight. If you didn't hit the thumbs down button, that's okay too. But if you do like it, make sure you hit the sub button again and hit the bell notification to be alerted to my live stream. So until next time, we'll catch you guys all on the flip side. Thanks a lot, and have a good one.